Well, here is the after video of my house. Still not entirely happy with it. Well, I haven't made a video yet. Still stuff to be done. But face facts, it's probably going to be another year before I get some of this stuff done anyway. So I figured for the people that were interested, I would give a tour of the after of what it looks like. This is the upstairs. Let's see, try to get back a little bit. The spare bedroom. Actually looks like a spare bedroom again. Guys that did the walls did admirable jobs in most cases. A couple places I'm not entirely happy with, but no major holes or patchwork. I got a very bright light, so my mom visits. She can't complain that I live in a cave, which I'm sure she would anyway. So I do use this room for a little bit escapism a little bit, but in all in general, it doesn't get used too much. This is the master bedroom, and some of these walls took an absolute beating, and I'm really impressed with the job that the guys did on this room. This wall was absolutely nothing but patches. And I'm sure it's hard to tell. You can still see a little blemish, but not bad compared to what I thought it was going to look like. Same for this wall. This wall was absolutely destroyed. I actually think part of this wall got cut out and replaced. Did a very good job. And again, I got my little office space over there. I do work night shift. I plan on for the rest of my life. So when all lights are off, it's a nice cave in here, which is always a welcome sight. So, but all in all, these two rooms are not bad and are basically done. There's not much I would change right now. Plus, my best addition ever, I think, because I had the ceiling fan installed, doing all the work. Had a ceiling fan in Oregon. Decided that's a must in the bedroom anymore. These walls were pretty much destroyed too. I'm not entirely happy with this. I don't know if this will show up or not. You can still see where the patchwork was done on this wall. It's not textured quite right. Down here, there had always been a little bit of a crack in the wall. It is gone, and it was a huge crack when I got back. But I guess when you got 20 plus people living in a house, wear and tear. I don't know. They can only do so much. I understand that, but that's still, I notice it every day. Anyhow, let's get my family pictures back up. Anyhow, this room had a whole lot of damage done to it. From a far point, it looks pretty good. Honestly, even up close, it looks fairly good. This is one of the rooms that still needs some work done. Don't know if this will pick it up. There's some holes that were done over here that isn't quite patched right. There is one right there about center that I can notice. I don't know if it'll show up on the phone. A minor blemish, but yeah, stuff like that. Just this spring, I am doing the exterior of the house, which means all the windows are getting done. So I will get rid of. Oh, that'll probably never show up. My nice bullet hole in the wall or in the window. And once that's gone, that will no longer detract from my dead trees moron cut down outside. That's actually probably next year's project to do all the landscaping. So that's still a working project. Over here, these walls were not terrible in the dining room, not great. The biggest thing was, again, with so many people, the corners, every single corner in here had been just demolished. And you can still see all the defects. It's painted over and patched fairly well, but it just looks rough. Again, the house wasn't perfect when I moved out, but stuff like that. I mean, all those years, I think I had a couple little dinks in the corners, but not much. Kitchen is kitchen. There's really not much in here. Cupboards need to be replaced. For the most part. I can't see if you can see from this. Windows have all been torn out. All the storm windows are gone or just leaning in there. The screens are all torn up. Part of the reason I'm getting all windows. Nice view of my cut down trees in the backyard. So I said windows will be in a couple months. And that's kind of it for this. I said it's a smallish house. Oh, one thing that I didn't realize in the last picture when I was taking the last video. Every single damn light in the place had been done. Every ceiling light had been destroyed. So all of them are brand new and had to be replaced. Which is kind of nice. They were old, so I went with the much lower profile lights. But every single one, it's like, man, destruction was complete. And those aren't terribly cheap. Again, I don't know if you remember the first video, if anybody watched it. The banisters were absolutely disgusting. The whole house was filthy. It stunk so bad in here. You could tell they had been using every single room as bedrooms. There was curtains hung here, and they just literally, I don't even call it nails, hung stuff on the wall. That was so patched up and terrible. This wall was utterly destroyed. But anyhow, so it's just cleaner, it's nicer, and there's nothing too special. Down here, this room, these two rooms probably took the most damage of the bunch. They're my TV room. It's dark. I probably could have opened up the curtains in here, but that wall had a huge hole, biggest hole ever in there. He had put that blue masking tape over it and has slapped a little bit of putty over top of that and called it good. But the hole looked like somebody threw a bowling ball through that damn window or wall. All this boarding down here, which you can't see too much in this room, was all the wood style board, the dark brown wood, and it had gotten greasy and nasty. I don't know, it looks like they poured motor oil all over it. You couldn't get out, so I have all that torn out and replaced. One thing I missed in Oregon very much is having room for bookshelves and a few of my other things. Man, 2 years of lockdown, I could have really used some hobby stuff. Stuff I'm not very happy with. You can see the paint on the fireplace. I've tried several ways. If anybody watching this and has any idea how to get that paint off, I've tried everything from paint remover to a couple mixtures people have told me, and I don't know. Something else that's very small but bothers the living crap out of me. If you look at the mantle, he drilled holes. There's 11 holes, about 6 inches apart, all the way down it. I'm assuming it's for 11 stockings. I don't know where the other 11 people hung their stockings. Why would you drill holes in the front of the mantle? They're not even nails. They're actually drilled holes in there. I don't know how to fix that or patch that. It's minor. You look back a little bit, you can't see them, but I notice them every damn time I'm down here. Anyhow, Brian visits. I spent a good time in my life sitting in that chair. This is my office room. This was a bedroom for, I'm guessing, about 6 to 7 kids. These wood panels, if you look at the old video, were absolutely disgusting. Of course, now they are mostly covered, but again, I had to get rid of all the actual wood and modernize a little bit and put in white. Again, another lamp that was completely destroyed and shattered, so that's brand new. The one in the bathroom is brand new, another low profile LED light. That one was completely destroyed. These walls, other than that, even stuff you can see, I've tried to go through some details and bore you too much. The doors still have damage that they were never had to paint the doorknob since it was already painted. That's something I'd eventually fix. So painted the inside, some holes in there. Dude tried to rip my damn safe out of the floor. It was bolted in, thank God, because that's what he said. He thought it was just too heavy to lift and he didn't realize it was bolted into the concrete floor. But all in all, and I officially have to admit I'm an old man. I now have my light magnifying glass when I do projects or even read in here at my office desk. The little office light just doesn't cut it anymore. And of course my computer desk. But that's about it. I said there's still stuff to be done. And one thing that on the video you can't portray from the earlier one is how bad this place stunk. Yeah, there's still some blemish up there. This whole house, this room especially, you looked at the carpeting. The carpeting had stains all over. I'm pretty sure they locked the dogs in here and some crap and pee and anything else with the kids. And oh my God, this room was stunk. I was doodly embarrassed when the carpet guys tore all the old carpet out. I mean, you could smell this house from 4 houses down. You could smell it. Oh my God, what's rotting? Yeah, it's my house. They actually called me up and nicely requested some more money for that hazardous job, which I gave them a couple $100 extra bucks. They said they didn't have to, but it was appreciated. So anyhow, that is pretty much it. I said it looks much more like a house. There's still quite a few details here and there. This is so nice to have again. So I'm very, very happy to have my garage space, and it's almost clean and organized. I do need to do a little more work in here, but brand new garage door opener, that was smashed. Part of the opener was smashed. All the floodlights inside and outside were smashed. But anyhow, I guess that's the tour. So if you guys are still watching, thanks. I hope you enjoyed the tour of my crib. And I'll talk to some of you guys later.